It's on now. Okay, and just give me a second. We'll be live here on Facebook. Okay, we're live. Oh wait, yeah, we're live.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
I'm King Sean, House of Dehn, Hand of Stephen, Kingdom of God, and today is the 4th day of November, 2018, and I swear that everything I'm telling you today is true and accurate to the very best of my knowledge, solemnly sworn before you.
And where is the location?
Right now I'm in Ottawa, in the second cap.
Yeah. So I understand that you had some problems this week with the Salvation Army. Can you explain what happened?
Thursday, I was sitting with a friend in the lobby. I just helped him move the previous day, and Jason came over and asked my friend how his move went, and basically told him that got everything done, it went well. And then Jason asked if he could speak with me for a few minutes in his office, and I said sure, no problem. Went into his office, and basically, to make a long story short, he told me that I had been at the shelter for too long now. The Salvation Army has exhausted their resources, and it was time for me to move on. And I asked him if I had any choice about that, and he said no, that he was going to be booking me a bed at the Shepherds of Good Hope, and I said that I'm sorry, but I won't subject myself to staying at the Shepherds of Good Hope. He then said that he would try and make arrangements for me at the mission, and asked me to come back and speak to my.
So he didn't give you any other reason other than they have exhausted their resources?
That's correct. That was the very last phrase that he used when I asked him to explain why I was being asked to leave.
Okay. Do you have any knowledge of the shelter standards for Ottawa?
I do, actually. I have the shelter contractual agreement with the City of Ottawa for the minimum standards that a shelter must maintain in order to continue to receive funding. And it turns out that in the agreement, the shelter is not allowed to deny access to anyone unless they feel they are a serious risk to the safety of other clients and or staff. And of course, at no time do I feel that I was ever risking anybody's health or safety. In fact, if I hadn't, David and I were having a wonderful conversation until Jason came along and asked to speak to me.
Yeah, and you never had any problems where you were a threat to anybody?
I don't think I've ever had a violent encounter with anybody ever, whether inside or outside of the Salvation Army since I've come to Ottawa, to be honest with you.
And how long were you at the Salvation Army?
I just worked it out today. We thought it was coming on 17 months before, but I arrived in the middle of June of last year, which works out to about 15 and a half months. And it was November 1st exactly, so it's almost exactly 15 and a half months.
Okay, what do you think was the motivation for this action against you?
Well, I don't want to say 100% that it's a result of the interview that I did about the Salvation Army and the kind of standards that they maintain for their clients or the conditions that they subject a lot of their clients to. But that interview was done on the 17th of October, and it seems awfully coincidental to me that I would just be randomly asked to leave, 2 weeks later, kind of arbitrarily and without incident. So I wouldn't be surprised if that has something to do with it. And I've noticed this kind of thing happen before, maybe not to this extent. It's not like there's been a lot of people going around doing extensive interviews about how people are treated at the Salvation Army, but I have on many occasions seen people asking for explanations as to why they're being asked, why they're being temporarily denied access to the facility or whatever, and they're being told that by asking that question it's disrespectful, and if they don't leave it's going to be extended, and so I've seen the Salvation Army use opportunities or basically take advantage of people for trying to defend their rights on an inside basis, just standing up for themselves. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were trying to set a precedence to try and keep other people from coming forward and talking about their experiences.
So did they offer you any sort of appeal process?
Of course not. And again, that's something that is actually required by the City of Ottawa in their contractual agreement, is that there should be a very clearly defined arbitration process and a recourse method for anybody who does not agree with any kind of decision that's been made by a staff member regarding their livelihood, specifically staying at the shelter and or getting access to the facilities like food and other things that they might provide.
At your well-being?
Exactly, yeah. And your personal safety.
Okay, now, because you suspect that they may have taken this action against you because you did that live interview, what do you plan to do in terms